What? Hello, mates. What's cracking? What's happening? Hello, hello. I have a different lens on than normal today, so tell me what you guys think about it. Tell me what y'all think about this this lens. It's not as wide of an angle, so it doesn't show the entirety of this room. But I think that's a good thing. I think that's probably a good thing. I think it's a good thing for now. I think it's quite positive, actually. I'm going to hang out and just wait and see who shows up. How many people show up? We're 9 subscribers away from 1,000. Jeepers creepers. Jeepers motherfucking creepers. Does that get me going? That gets me freaking going. 9 away. We were 8 or 7 away last night, and somehow, some way, I lost 2 subs. I was like, yo, that's kind of messed up, dog. That is kind of messed up, dog. How are you guys gonna unsubscribe when I'm 7 away from 1,000? Today, I want to take the time to talk about mindset and how it impacts your health and wellness and well-being. I know that we talk about mindset a lot on this channel. That's kind of what I would say my forte is for the most part, aside from like actually training people and actually, helping people get better, get more athletic, get more shredded, jacked, stuff like that. I'd say my forte is mindset stuff. Sipping on some decaf coffee right now. Next week, we have Dr. Justine Lucchini coming on the channel live to talk about sleep. I know I told you guys about that a couple weeks ago, but next week is when she's actually coming on the pod or on the live stream. June. What month are we in, dude? June 25th. Thanks for starting this channel. I'm a recently diagnosed powerlifter, and it's been really destabilizing to see people tell me all the things I supposedly can't do. Let us decide that for ourselves. Facts. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I like that a lot. I like what you just said a lot, because so many people will enter into, chronic illness, and they'll get diagnosed with something and immediately think it's doomsday, and immediately listen, like they can't drown out the noise. They just listen to everybody else tell them what they can and cannot do, like you said. And it's crazy because for the most part, that's kind of how we're conditioned to live our lives, right? We're conditioned to believe that there is a certain way to live your life, and that is to listen to everybody else, to listen to, society at large tell us, you need to go to college, or you need to finish high school, you need to go to college, and then you need to go get a job in the professional field at like 40 grand a year, and then hope that maybe someday you can make 6 figures, and blah, 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 blah. Follow the American dream. Follow all this stuff that people are telling you to do. And so when it comes to the POTS community and chronic illness and stuff like that, we're kind of still conditioned by way of like, we've already been told everything in our life that we need to believe. So now that other people are telling us this, we need to believe this as well. So I say that if you are a person that is subscribed here and you're a person that is hanging out with me on live streams or like watching my videos, you're probably either sick of feeling that way, sick of feeling like you need to listen to everybody else, and sick of feeling like you need to mope around like everybody else. Or you've had that mindset for a long time where you just don't want to listen to other people and you don't want to fall into the trap, and you have just found a channel with a community of people that feel the same way. And if you do feel that way, hit that link in my description for a free week of positive Potsy programming and a forum and all the resources to tolerate heat, hydration strategies, supplements, everything that you need to know. Sipping decaf coffee right now because it's not morning. And dude, I just love the taste of coffee, man. I just love the freaking taste of coffee. paperstreetcoffee.com, code CXC for 20% off. I don't get anything for that. We're just friends with the owner, and we like to support his brand. So look, I want to get started and talk about how much mindset can affect your chronic illness and can affect your health in general. I think that this is a way overlooked thing in the chronic illness community. I'm getting so many spam calls. You guys, so many spam calls. I think this is a very overlooked thing in the chronic illness community and health in general. Your mindset, right? Doctors don't talk to you about it. Most people don't talk about it. All the people on the negative POTS, Reddits, and forums and all that stuff, they're not going to talk to you about it. But what I really want to encourage you guys to do is I want to try to empower you to take your health into your own hands in way of just trying to shift your mindset. Simply shifting your mindset can do so much for you. And look, I'm going to be honest with you that shifting your mindset is not super easy. It's not something that's done overnight. It's not done within a couple hours. You make the decision and then you have to work that muscle. You have to work the muscle of changing your mindset in order to fully be in a more positive light. But the way that it can affect your health in terms of like, you know, whether you're going to get better or not, is that if you look at things more as like the glass is half full rather than half empty, right? You have a positive way of looking at, you know, my chronic illness. Like my chronic illness, it sucks, you know, being able to realize that the condition sucks. What I'm going through right now sucks, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. I don't need to listen to all these other people who are just going to mope around and sit around and act like, you know, it can't be cured. If you're able to kind of shift your mindset and think about it in a more positive light, there's a couple things that happen. And number one is that your positive outlook allows you to be the person that is going to be like more on the hunt for things that will help, things that will work. Instead of doom scrolling on Reddit forums or Facebook, you know, pages about everyone else and what their problems are and what they're doing and why it's not working for them and how many different symptoms they had today and what doctor's appointments they went to and how the doctors are gaslighting them and they can't get referrals to this doctor because they had this symptom and that, blah, 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 blah. First, you're going to be able to avoid all that because you've decided I want to change my mindset, which means I can't be around those types of people, even if I'm just around them online. I can't consume that content because it's going to corrupt my mind. The second way that it will help change you is the fact that somebody who is more positive about a situation is more likely to take action on the situation. So I know that a lot of times people say things like, a lot of action comes from pain, right? Pain can, like for me, right? Pain is a thing that motivated me to take action. And that might be true. However, you need to have a positive outlook from the action. So you wouldn't take action on something if there was a negative outcome. You would only take action on something if you believe that there could be a positive outcome. Does that make sense? When you say, like, if you're at a pain point that is that's inspiring change in your life, if you'd be like, okay, I got to change, but but if I change this, I'm still gonna feel like crap. I'm still like, everything is still going to go downhill. There's not going to be any motivation to go from there. And I'm not saying that motivation is the thing that you should rely on. It's a fleeting emotion. It comes and goes. But I am saying that when you get that spark of motivation from the pain point, it happens. You need to make change. Then from there, you have to be like, okay, I'm going to take action, because if I take action, I'm going to have a positive outcome. Something good is going to come from this, whether it be very marginal or large. My kids are laughing a bunch. And so there's going to be a lot of those people, especially in the chronic illness community, that are like, toxic positivity, and this is way worse than you think it is, and they just don't understand these people who are so positive, or these people that think that you can make change, and like fatigue is real, all these things are real that I'm feeling, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it might be real, but you can make the choice on how you're going to react to the thing that is real. If you're going through a breakup, you can acknowledge that the breakup sucks, but you can also acknowledge that a good thing could happen from this. I'm not going to let this bring me down. I'm not going to let this break me. The same thing goes for chronic illness. This sucks. I'm acknowledging that, but I'm not going to let it break me. This will not break me. I'm going to do everything in my power to be able to get better, even 60% better, 40% better, 50, 70, whatever it is. I'm going to do everything in my power to make myself at least a little bit better than I was yesterday. Will there be setbacks? Absolutely. And in this book that I read a long time ago, well, I read some of it, How Bad Do You Want It? The book, honestly, there's like only some like good like pieces in it. But it says to acknowledge that the process sucks, right? This is an endurance book, like a book. It's How Bad Do You Want It? Mastering the Psychology of Mind Over Muscle. And in it, it says that there was a study done on like endurance athletes, and the people who acknowledged that something was going to be bad, that something was going to suck, the process was going to hurt, they were the people who had better outcomes. But the people who, lied to themselves that everything is going to be hunky dory all the time, they had worse outcomes. But the people who acknowledged that it was going to be bad, but there was going to be positive outcomes at the end, they're the ones that got the good results. So the whole point is you are absolutely allowed to acknowledge that things might not be super great, that things might not feel good, that you might have a bad day. You're allowed to acknowledge that. However, what you shouldn't be doing is getting stuck in the loops, in the cycles, the negative cycles, the thought loops, things of that nature. You should be doing everything possible to be able to break yourself out of that feeling. And a lot of times that's hard for people with chronic illness, because the only people that you feel like you can communicate with or that you can relate to are other people online. And unfortunately, online, especially right in the social media era, negativity gets views, it gets clicks, and it evokes emotions, right? It evokes more emotion than something positive does, because negativity and negative things, right, stick to people better. It's more relatable. Being positive is not as relatable as being negative is. So unfortunately, people who have POTS or some sort of chronic illness that keeps them at home, they tend to not be able to find the positive groups of people, the positive forums. They always find the negative. And then that is the group of people that you're surrounding yourself with, right? You are some of the 5 friends that you hang out with the most. Well, if everybody's negative and everybody in those forums are negative, and that's where you spend most of your time, that's what you're going to feel. But if you find something that's positive, if you find people that's positive, if you watch motivational content, if you do all these things, that's more so what you're going to be like. That's more so what you're going to feel like. That's more so the type of actions that you're going to take. So you need to go out of your way to figure out how to be positive, because being negative is way easier. You don't have to go out of your way. It's just there for you. It's available. The other thing is that for some reason, negativity is far more acceptable in society than being positive is. Have you guys ever noticed that? Have you guys ever noticed that being negative is more acceptable than being positive. Like if somebody tells you in real life, like an outlandish dream or goal that they have, right? You're more likely to doubt them on that than to be like, oh, good for you, I support that. You're more likely to to doubt them rather than, than encourage them. Even me, I like knee jerk reactions all the time. It's like, yeah, okay, buddy. But, I'm able to bring myself back and be like, no, this person, like, let's support this person. Right. And I think that everybody should do that. But if somebody tells you something negative about, life, you'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. It's more, um, I don't know. It's more relatable to be negative. Yeah. Thanks for all the info and positive energy. This channel is definitely worth a subscribe. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Glad that you're here. Yeah. I think that sometimes people even look at me and they're like they're like how like this dude never has bad days, or how does he always stay positive and things of that nature. And I want to tell you guys that I have bad days. I do. And I get stuck in negative thought loops and I get stuck in negativity for sure. And I can easily be persuaded to think negatively and talk negatively and to gossip and to do all this stuff. However, like I said, it's a muscle that you have to flex. You have to grow that muscle and you have to flex it and you have to train it. And fortunately enough for me, I at one point decided, like, I noticed that I was hanging around a bunch of negative people that wanted to gossip and people that wanted to like talk crap about other people and all this stuff. And I was able to pull myself away from it pretty early on. And so that just kind of translated into everything else. A lot of times, we'd rather feel bad than alone. And I think that that is something that's super powerful too with this, is that I say oftentimes it's better to be in no company than bad company. Because when you're in bad company, like whether we'd like to believe it or not, we're all very persuadable. We all, follow in the crowd sometimes. We're not all leaders all the time, right? And as humans, we just don't want to be alone. So sometimes it's easier to hang around the riffraff than it is to get out of it. And so people don't want to be alone, right? And so it takes a pretty strong mindset and a pretty strong heart to be able to disconnect yourself from other people for a while and find yourself another group of people who can help support you while you support them. There's this guy that's walking outside the house right now. And the town that I live in right now is that's crazy. The town that I live in right now is a town that I used to go skateboard in a lot as a kid. I didn't live here, but I used to come here to skate a lot. And that guy, I remember from all the way back when I was a kid, from when I was a child. Wow. It is so freaking hot in this room. I got to do something about this at some point, guys, because it's been really hot lately. been very hot. It's not that hot outside right now. It's only 74. But it's hot as frick in this room. It's freaking stupid hot. Very inactive live today. What's the deal, guys? What do you guys struggle with most being positive? I gotta get a fan in here. Holy cow, I'm losing it. What do you guys struggle with most when it comes to being positive with your chronic illness? Do you struggle at all? Maybe you don't. Wow, Sarah Safari's views have fallen off. She's taking a good little dip. That's crazy. So check this out, guys. I I want to give you guys an example real quick too about this, right? And about the POTS community specifically. I posted a video yesterday called Day in the Life with POTS Syndrome. And my videos do pretty well in comparison to how many subscribers I have, right? I'm going to keep it G with you guys. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I don't even have 1,000 subs. And my last video that I recorded and edited and posted got 131 views, it looks like. The next one after that, 131 views. The one before that, 342, 227, 423, 102, 367, 237, 361, 169, 245, 300, 493, 431, almost 1,000. You guys can see like the ratio, right? It's like 0.1%, which is really good because I think that what you want is like 0.01 or something like that, or like I don't know. It's definitely not, it's not that. So the engagement is pretty good in terms of how many views and how many likes, to be real too, for this stuff. However, I tried something out yesterday and I almost didn't do it intentionally. Well, no, I did not do this intentionally. Yesterday, I switched the thumbnail intentionally. Okay. So I posted this video, day in the life with POTS syndrome. Okay. It's gotten 44 views. I'm going to read you guys the analytics. I'm going to read you the analytics. The analytics watch time in hours has been about 3 hours, that's pretty standard. It's pretty average because it's only a 10-minute video, which means that it's been good. Reach. There has been 407 impressions. And the biggest way that people are finding my video, 72.7% of people are finding it via the browse feature on YouTube. And so I actually looked at the analytics of my analytics and looked at what people are looking for POTS syndrome. And guess what? They're looking for a day in the life with POTS syndrome. I am going to run an experiment with you guys, since you guys tune into the live and you guys know, this is what the topic is today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of me sad, cashed out, right? Like this. Something like that. I'm going to take a picture that's more negative and I'm going to upload that as the thumbnail because I've gotten a lot of impressions on this video. The impressions click-through rate is 7.6, views 44, which is down from what it normally is. And we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. The view duration's way up. It's very up. So let's do this. Let's change up the thumbnail quick. Let's see. Let's find photo booth. All right, you guys ready? All right, how should we do this? Yeah, like that. Ready? All right. Okay. All right, we are going to, in real time, edit this video. Are you ready? Are you ready, Freddy? Watch this. Where's Photoshop? Doon doo doon doo 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 doo. Doon doo doon doo. Doon doo doon doo doon 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 doon. Doon doo doo. Negativity and drama in general does well on YouTube. You actually see a lot of YouTube fitness influencers go toward more drama and negative based, like Greg Doucette. That's facts. Yeah, Greg Doucette, man, something about him, dude. I actually like Greg Doucette. No cap, no cappers. I don't know. He's a little interesting, but I like him for the most part. Okay, cool. Add photos. Boom. Let's go to photos. I'm going to do Lightroom first because I have to color correct this. Yeah, but you know what? I like Greg Doucette. I like Greg Doucette, but I don't really enjoy the content where people I think it's lazy content, right? When all you do is you just talk about other people's content, basically. I think that that's really freaking lazy. Contrast is up. Boom. I'm not even going to make it like good quality. It's very pixelated. But I just know it's going to do better. Watch. We'll make it more like bluish tint so that it looks sad. Boom. Boom. Okay. All right. Edit in Photoshop. Watch this. I bet you it gets more views. Simply due to being more doomsday. I don't know why it's super pixelated. Why is it so big, dude? What sucks is that, yeah, like even people who supposedly want to get better, you know, or people who like supposedly want to be healthy and get better and stuff, is that even they like love the negative content. I could tell you guys something right now that like really surprised me this week about a viewer of mine that I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I'll give you guys an example, but I don't want to put this person on blast. Oh, wait. Shoot. There we go. Duplicate. Boom. Boom. Oh, mask. Shadow. Boom. Nope. All right. You guys ready for this now? It's a crappy made thumbnail. It's not great. I bet you views go up because of it, though. All right. Here we go. Details, thumbnail, upload a file. Boom. Yep, crappily made. All right, let's see how this does. Bet you it gets more views. And like, look, that's like part of my whole thing though on this channel is like, I don't want to do things just for clicks and for views. I want to stay true and consistent to like the message that I'm trying to convey and to give. And that is like a positive mindset and outlook on this stuff. Right. And like, I don't even want to play the game of like fighting for clicks because it seems disingenuous to me. Yeah. Whatever, dude. We'll see. See what happens. All right, let's get active in this chat. What do we got going on today, guys? What kind of stuff do you guys need help with? What kind of stuff do y'all need help with? What do y'all need help with? What, like I asked before, and I'm still gonna ask the same question. What do you guys think? Like, what is the hardest part for you guys, mindset wise? Why is my computer so loud right now? I haven't used anywhere near the data, the gigabyte. In 2 weeks, I have to drive down to Joplin, Missouri for a big CrossFit competition, and we have to take all of our podcast equipment with us. Yikes, it's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. We have a booth. We got offered a place to set up our equipment, which is pretty cool, to be honest with you. They offered us a spot for free. However, the logistics of this is going to be probably a nightmare, if I'm being totally honest. We decided that we're going to drive to Joplin, which is a 7-hour drive. So got to go get my oil changed, brother. Isn't that what that kid does? Got to go get my oil changed. Got to get some extra stuff, some extra equipment stuff for the podcast to be down there. Like, we probably have to take some furniture down. And we are already planning on taking one of our ice barrels to do cold plunges because my girlfriend's competing. And then she's, it's a partner competition. So she's competing and she'll be competing with her friend. And then we're staying in a house full of athletes, basically. And I'm just there for business. I'm just there to be doing business. So, yeah. What does my program say for tomorrow? You guys want to read this with me? Here we go. Movement support, cervical retraction or cervical traction with retractions ×2, cervical retraction on wall, DNF chin tuck and lift. If you guys haven't done that before, it's a very hard neck exercise. Prone swimmers, lat pullovers, prone behind the neck PVC press. All these are normal. Build to a heavy single back squat. Wow. Nice. That's pretty cool. I don't understand. Okay. Then I have 8 to 12, 2 dumbbell rear foot elevated split squats. Why doesn't she just call them Bulgarian split squats? 10 to 14. Split stance, 2 dumbbell RDLs each side. And then I have 4 time 3 sets of 10 unbroken thrusters at 95 pounds. 6 sets of 5 unbroken thrusters at 135. I don't know what that even means. So I have to do 3 sets of that as fast as I can. Why don't I just do 30 thrusters? And then 6 sets of 5 unbroken thrusters at 135. Okay. We'll figure it out. Whatever. Then alternating EMOM of 8 minutes, 12 cal row on the first minute. Second minute is 15 deadlifts at choice weight. Does not need to be touch and go, but should be sustainable with a short rest. So probably 275. Alternating, because it's only 8 minutes, so it's only 4 rounds of that. Alternating 8-minute EMOM again of 12 cal ski erg, 14 alternating dumbbell snatch at 50 pounds. That's easy. That's an easy day. Let's see. Saturday is my rough day, right? Saturday is my rough day. Saturdays now, I've been trying to get like a group of dudes to meet up to go for a ruck, go for like an hour ruck every morning at like 7 a.m. So that plus my training is basically my day. Like that's how I decided I want to spend my Saturdays when I don't have my kids. And even when I have my kids, I'll still be doing the same thing, just maybe not as long or as intense. But Saturdays, yeah, I've gotten a group of guys. We have our biggest group so far. I think it's like 5 dudes only, but it's still good. And we load up weighted backpacks or wear weighted vests, and then we'll go on a weighted hike. Maybe run, maybe not. But anyway, we have all of our warm-up stuff after that. And then we have a 6-minute AMRAP, which is just as many rounds as possible in 6 minutes. 50 double unders and 4 bar muscle ups. Then we rest 4 minutes and do 12 cal C2 bike, 4 bar muscle ups for another AMRAP of 6 minutes. Alternating EMOM for 12 to 14 minutes. Minute 1 is max strict handstand push-ups, and then rest on the second minute. or D1. Well, I mean, they're labeled with letters. The next thing is 6 pause bench press times 4, rest a minute, 1 second pause on chest, build each set. 6 weighted wide grip pull-ups, solid. That's pretty easy. And then bodybuilding stuff and some power interval stuff. Man, my Saturday is not rough at all, actually. Come on. But Monday, I have to retest my 5K. Dang it, dude. Oh, man. All right, guys. I'm actually going to go now. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Like this video to help push us in the algorithm. Wasn't much activity today, and that's okay. Thursdays actually, via my analytics, are probably the worst day to go live. I just do this to get in reps. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you being here. For the few people that were here, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I have kickboxing and training tomorrow, so never mind. See ya Monday or this weekend. All right, bye.